Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Look, man, Ryan Garcia is being pseudo-managed by Haymon already. It's already happening. People have mixed emotions on this, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Ryan Garcia pulled out of the damn Devin Haney negotiations. I'm not surprised, and I'm going to tell you why. Now that he's notified his team, right? Now, for those of you who are unaware of this, this is pretty, it's a pretty hot topic, right? So check this out. My boy Ryan notified my team I'm going a different route. My intent now is to fight Rolando Romero. I pray my team backs me on this decision. Oscar, make this happen. That's the move. Bigger fight, bigger business. And then Devin Haney's frustrated. Don't ever mention my name. That he, a few colorful adjectives to describe what he thinks about Ryan Garcia. But I'm going to tell you this. If this isn't an Haymon move, I don't know what is. And De La Hoya has to do what Ryan Garcia says. Because really, Ryan Garcia, let me put his microphone closer. Ryan Garcia is he's the only big superstar he has. I think Vergil Ortiz has all the potential in the world to be a superstar. He just has, like tonight, getting active, string up a few very impressive wins like he's done in the past. And especially if he can maintain that 100% KO streak that he has. That's amazing. Him and Bertabiev, I think the only two right now with 100% KO ratio. I'm not talking about a guy who's won in one fight, one KO. Let's not take it to the stupid. But very impressive what Vergil Ortiz has been able to do. But back on Ryan Garcia. For those of you who are saying, man, what is it about Haymon to want Ryan Garcia? Well, do you guys remember back when Ryan Garcia was about to fight Luke Campbell? 10 minutes before he went into the ring to fight, Haymon called Ryan Garcia. And all he said to him was, good luck, champ. And, that was an investment. You understand? Not an investment, that was a deposit. So you see, Haymon, Floyd Mayweather, over the years, they've been making little deposits. A deposit here, a deposit there, right? Because they knew there was trouble in paradise with Oscar De La Hoya. But they also recognized with Ryan Garcia, the support he has. You understand? They understand the profile he has. And they understand that Ryan Garcia makes huge money, not just from YouTube, from modeling and other ventures, right? So there's a lot of different modes of revenue that come to Ryan Garcia that have nothing to do with boxing. It just so happens Ryan Garcia gets busy in the ring. So for the last couple of years, making little deposits. Ryan Garcia and De La Hoya now. Ryan Garcia is very vulnerable. Because it doesn't matter if you like Ryan or not. That stuff that De La Hoya and B-Hop pulled after Ryan lost the Tank, that's foul. That's horrible. Now, for those of you who are watching this, right, and if you don't know my background, then let me just say this, right? Me being a retired guy, you can't do, I just don't think it's immoral to me to have someone who you're responsible for, and when things go bad, you turn your back on them and leave them out there on their own. Their wins are their wins. Their fails are your fails. And I truly believe that. That shit's been ingrained in me. That's what I believe. And when I saw that, I said, that's horrible. That's atrocious leadership. Toxic leadership. So now Ryan is out here in the breeze, and he's vulnerable. So you got these guys out here, Haymon, Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, right, who've been making those deposits over the years. And now they're ready to make a withdrawal. And that withdrawal is to bring Ryan over to their side. But they got to be careful what they're doing. Because De La Hoya already fired a warning shot about Floyd Mayweather being a promoter, talking to Ryan Garcia, who's contracted with Golden Boy. Floyd Mayweather isn't supposed to be talking to him at all. You remember when Eddie Hearn was trying to contact Tank Davis, and that cease and desist letter was sent to him. So De La Hoya, he already fired a warning shot, and De La Hoya will file a lawsuit and just complicate things and make things miserable for Mayweather. But they know what's going on. They know that Ryan Garcia is already out of there. So let me tell you what I think is happening here. I think for Ryan Garcia and Al Haymon and everyone, this is basically an in-house fight. This is basically what this is for Al Haymon. This is two PBC fighters fighting each other. It's basically what this is, and that's what they're going to make it. And De La Hoya has no control. Because what's De La Hoya going to tell Ryan Garcia? No. What's he going to tell him? No. You see, De La Hoya has a better working relationship with DAZN and Eddie Hearn. They're not the same. They're not like Ryan Garcia is under Golden Boy, and then Devin Haney's under Matchroom. So those promotional factions are independent of each other, but they're both underneath that DAZN umbrella. So you would think it'd be easier to make that fight. But now that Ryan Garcia wants to go after Rolly, let me tell you something. That's a problem for De La Hoya. And put it to you like this. Some are saying, well, why is he going after Rolly? Why not Devin Haney? Let me ask you this. What do you think is the easier fight? Ryan against Devin Haney or Ryan against Rolly? Okay, what do you think is the easier fight? Some people think Devin Haney is an easier fight for Ryan. I don't think so. I think Rolly should be an easier fight for Ryan because Rolly is technically flawed, but his style works for him. But this is the uniqueness of Ryan Garcia fighting Devin Haney or fighting Rolly. He and Devin Haney fought, 5-6 times in the amateurs? He and Rolly Romero sparred a lot of rounds. So there's some experience there with both guys. But what I think could be happening here is Ryan Garcia they could be trying to pattern Ryan Garcia after Tank Davis to where it's like, you know what? One, they want to keep the fight in-house, basically, right? So they want to make the most money. Ryan Garcia's a superstar. But also, I think they could be able to take Ryan and just kind of put him on a circuit where he fights, takes respectable fights, but not high-risk fights. Kind of like Tank Davis. Not that they can't go out there and become undisputed, or they can't go out there and become champions, right? Although if Ryan beats Rolly, he picks up a belt. But what I'm saying is, it makes no sense for him to go and fight a high-risk fight against Devin, take a lower risk against Rolly, and then go fight a high-risk fight against Suber and Matias. I think they're like, let's get him on a circuit to where he stacks up his dough and cashes in on his celebrity status instead of going out here running the risk of taking another loss. Now, when I say that, I got to be real. I don't know. I understand why they would want to put Ryan against Rolly because it's like I said, it's like being pseudo-managed by Al Haymon. It's like an in-house PBC fight. But if Rolly loses, then what's next? I mean, because at some point, I think stuff is going to hit the fan with Oscar De La Hoya, Al Haymon, and Floyd Mayweather. If everything that Ryan wants to do is based off of the advice or just a conversation that that's being shared between him and Al Haymon or him and Floyd Mayweather. So again, being pseudo-managed by the PBC guys. And that's going to create a huge rift. Well, it's just going to sit there and exacerbate the rift that already exists between Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy. But I do think that's what we can see. Now, I was talking to my friend earlier, and I was saying it's just like Ryan Garcia is vulnerable right now. And it's just like if you got some girl out there who things aren't quite working out in her relationship, and she's out there and just needs someone to talk to. And you just happen to have a little bit of awareness about things that could be going wrong at home. And then you lend her an ear. It's the same thing, man. Get them while they're vulnerable. Kind of exploit them a bit. Next thing you know, you kind of get what you want. And when I look at Ryan Garcia's situation, that's what I kind of think. Ryan Garcia, man, he just had a beautiful son born. He has two beautiful daughters, but he's going through a divorce, right? He's out there, signed a Golden Boy, and they've been treating him horribly, horrible, very horrible, right? He comes out here and gets a great win. Oscar De La Hoya seems to be ecstatic about the win that Ryan Garcia got against Duarte. B-Hop, who I still don't know what his role is in Golden Boy, he's still out here sour patch kid, miserable. Bottom line is Ryan Garcia is not comfortable over there. So it's a forced situation. So Ryan Garcia is very vulnerable, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up buying him out of his contract. But I don't think De La Hoya will let him do that. Could you imagine? So Canelo bounced from over there. What if Ryan Garcia bounces? Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. De La Hoya, it's like they're funneling fighters from Mexico to Golden Boy. So he seems to have found his niche, right? And as long as he's Golden Boy, he will always have fighters. But as far as superstars, I'm just not so sure that he can really create more superstars. But that'll be a huge blow to him. And I think he's going to fight tooth and nail to keep Ryan Garcia. But then again, like I said, you got someone who feels like they've been, emotionally abused, psychologically abused, and they're not happy. And you want to sit there now and try to think you're going to remain in a honeymoon stage? No, you're not going to remain in a honeymoon stage. And even if you come and Ryan Garcia gets a win and everybody kumbayas for the moment, once you continue back, get on that continuum, and you get past the honeymoon stage, and then you start to get a little bit of turbulence and anxiety and finger pointing and bullshit. Next thing you know, you get back into that abuse stage. And then it's just a continuing cycle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is going to happen if Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy try to keep working things out. But, Oscar's got to, protect Golden Boy and protect, I guess you could call Ryan Garcia his investment. But I just think those deposits over the last couple of years by Al Haymon, Floyd Mayweather, I just think they're looking like, you know what, time to make a withdrawal. And that withdrawal is fully removing, right, an excavation of Ryan Garcia from over there at Golden Boy. And look, I'll tell you right now, hey, I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not good. Not good. And if Ryan Garcia does fight Rolly Romero and he beats him, Ryan Garcia can go on and make gazillions of dollars. Because anyone Ryan fights, especially if he's winning and knocking him out, people are going to come out and look. They're going to support him. And that's what he needs. He doesn't need to get in a fight and lose again. He needs to get in fights and win. Simple. Now, me as a boxing fan, I want to see him fight Devin. I want to see him fight Tank in a rematch. I want to see him fight Suber Matias. I want to see all these elite fighters fight each other. I'll be honest with you. I do. But I also understand going out here getting their money. And I'm telling you right now, if in fact he can break lock with his contract with Golden Boy and get on over there to PBC, I am telling you, it is my opinion, that's the direction they're going to take Ryan Garcia's career. Is to make sure he's in fights where he wins in a spectacular fashion, continue to build his profile, and probably after about 4 or 5 fights, maybe have him and Tank fight again for who knows how much money. Okay? But that being said, y'all keep cool. Just understand this, that De La Hoya had a falling out with Al Haymon, several years ago, after Haymon, who managed many of the top Golden Boy fighters, bought out their contracts in order to pursue a new promotional path for the likes of, like Wilder, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, to put them all under that PBC outfit. De La Hoya took Haymon to court before the two sides settled in 2015. So the bad blood persists till this day. And I'm going to tell you right now, although some people feel that the casual interaction between Ryan Garcia and Floyd Mayweather, and I'm sure Al Haymon may be innocent, I'm going to tell you right now, any phone calls or any conversation that have taken place with those guys, I think it seems noteworthy. I do. I think it seems noteworthy because it runs counter to these, I would call political divisions in boxing with promoters, man. And you just got some key power players, man. You look at Golden Boy, you look at Top Rank, you look at Matchroom and PBC. So very rarely do these guys even interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't do it. So to see Ryan Garcia kind of going to the other side of the street and mingling with Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know this for a fact, but you can't tell me Ryan Garcia over there mingling with Floyd and there was no talks, no conversation with Sam Watson and Al Haymon. You can't make me believe that. Period. But that being said, man, we're gonna see, because I'm very cognizant of the acrimonious relationships between those entities. But what I would tell you, man, when it comes to Ryan Garcia, I don't think he's gonna worry too much about the business conflicts. I think Ryan Garcia is more concerned about his happiness, and he's gonna behave in a way to ensure he doesn't threaten. He ends up being threatened with the lawsuit, but he's going to make sure that he tries to create an opportunity for himself to put himself in a better space. And I think that's with him getting over there to Floyd Mayweather and those guys. Because I tell you, he looked at how they treated Tank and how they treat Tank. And he looked at how they treated him after he lost to Tank. And that sits in the back of his head. He's over there with Earl Spence. He's over there with, what's his name, man? Frank Martin, Jamel Charlo. And he's looking at how these guys are being treated, how they're happy. Nobody seems to be upset. And then he's over here with Golden Boy, De La Hoya, and Bernard Hopkins. And he's like, this ain't it. So I'm sure he's been given a peek behind the tent flaps to where now he knows this is probably a better move for me. He's just trying to figure out a way to kind of break lock with De La Hoya and Golden Boy. But one thing I say about Ryan, he seems to have a little bit of a soft heart, which is not a bad quality. He doesn't hate anybody. He doesn't want to hate anybody. He's not really worried about whose side anybody's on. He just wants to be around good people. And I can't blame him. Point blank period, man. It sounds like he just wants to be around love, man. And maybe he need to hit that. Maybe he's been hitting that ayahuasca like Deontay Wilder. But nonetheless, let's see how this unfolds. But I truly believe those years of deposits, now they're about to make that withdrawal. And De La Hoya and B-Hop, maybe they didn't recognize it, but it's happening to them right now. They're about to lose Ryan Garcia. But let's see how it plays out, because this move that's being made, that's an Al Haymon move. That's a PBC move. That's Floyd Mayweather over there affecting Ryan Garcia's decision, because I'm surprised. I am surprised, just like you all, that Ryan Garcia decided that he no longer wants to pursue the Devin Haney fight. I mean, I am pretty surprised at that. But that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, 7 continents.